Hello everyone, Ryan here. So Ride the Lightning. Ride the Lightning by Metallica is Metallica's second studio album, and was released July 27th, 1984, and also happens to be, I'll say for me, Ride the Lightning is pretty much the point at which Metallica started to really improve upon their songwriting skills, not only as a band, well, collectively as a band, but also as individual musicians. That's the way I feel. But I'll go ahead and I'll read the track listing and then talk a little bit about my favorites. So, first track is titled Fight Fire with Fire. That's 4 minutes 45 seconds long. Second track is Ride the Lightning. That's 6 minutes 38 seconds. Third track is For Whom the Bell Tolls. That's 5 minutes 11 seconds. Fourth track is Fade to Black. That's 6 minutes 55 seconds. Fifth track is Trapped Under Ice, which is 4 minutes 5 seconds long. The sixth track is titled Escape. That's 4 minutes 24 seconds long. Seventh track is Creeping Death. That is 6 minutes 37 seconds long. The last track, track number 8, is The Call of Cthulhu. That's 8 minutes 55 seconds long. So, there you go. It's only 8 tracks on this album. But at the same time, there's a couple that are pretty long, such as, Ride the Lightning, which is over 6 minutes long, Fade to Black, over 6 minutes long, Creeping Death, over 6 minutes long, and also the last track, Call of Cthulhu, which is over 8 minutes long, almost at the 9-minute mark. And so as far as my favorites go, I'll list my top 5 favorites, starting with number 5. For me, my fifth favorite is Call of Cthulhu, which is an instrumental, meaning no lyrics whatsoever, just instrumental. And it's a really great instrumental. I believe it's Metallica's first instrumental, because on Kill 'Em All, well, I guess unless you count on Kill 'Em All, Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth, which is an instrumental, but primarily a bass solo. But the Call of Cthulhu is in fact the first instrumental that includes the entire band. So that's my fifth favorite. My fourth favorite would definitely be Creeping Death. I pretty much like everything about that song. The guitar riffs, the solo, and the fact that it has a very overall kind of Easternish kind of vibe. I don't know how else to describe it. But definitely one of my favorite guitar solos from Kirk Hammett is definitely on Creeping Death. My third favorite is Fight Fire with Fire, which is the opening track. Of course, I like that Fight Fire with Fire, it starts with an acoustic intro, and I really like the way the acoustic guitar sounds. Now granted, I know I'm pretty sure they probably used more than one kind of acoustic guitar to achieve the overall sound. Because that's what most bands do anyways in the studio. They combine the sounds of different guitars, different amplifiers, different special effects, and in order to get a much fuller, thicker overall sound. But I really like the sound of the acoustic guitar on the intro to Fight Fire with Fire. Also, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like some kind of medieval type of song. I don't know. It might just be me. So that's my third favorite. My second favorite is definitely Ride the Lightning, the title track. I like the way it starts, just with a really heavy kind of groove. It's not too thrashy, but then there are some parts where it eventually does become a full-on thrash metal song. And then also too, I like the guitar solo. The guitar solo in Ride the Lightning is definitely one of my favorites from Kirk Hammett. I should probably mention that Kirk Hammett is my all-time favorite guitar player. Granted, I know you may not agree with me, and I know there's a lot of people that don't agree with me. I don't know, just for me, I've always felt like when it comes to Kirk Hammett's guitar playing, especially with the various guitar solos he comes up with, to me they're just injected with so much emotion and so much feeling and depth too. So yeah, the guitar solo on Ride the Lightning definitely has all of that, and it's also a very thrashy kind of guitar solo. So number one, my absolute favorite track off of Ride the Lightning is Fade to Black. Yes, Fade to Black. And of course I realized that ever since this album was released, in fact I even remember, talking to some of my older cousins, they even remember when Ride the Lightning was first released, and they said that Fade to Black, a lot of people didn't really like Fade to Black right away because they felt like Metallica was, with just that one song, they felt like Metallica was already becoming way too commercial, and they felt like they were already starting to turn away from their thrash metal roots, or I don't know, something like that. But anyways, for me, the reason why I like Fade to Black is because it has a very great, awesome intro, acoustic guitar intro, which I believe is also combined with just a clean electric guitar sound. And then it just kicks in with this really powerful riff. And then add to that the lyrics. The lyrics are, pretty profound. Especially considering that this was only Metallica's second album. This song on its own already, to me, I feel embodies the direction that Metallica was already headed in, as far as their songwriting is concerned. And then also to add to that, I gotta say again, definitely this is one of my all-time favorite guitar solos from Kirk Hammett. Even though I will say there's a lot of his guitar solos that I like, but if I have to choose, I think eventually I will do some kind of top 10 list of my favorite guitar solos from Kirk Hammett. I gotta, yeah. But definitely the guitar solo for Fade to Black would definitely be on that top 10 list for me. It's just, not only is it has a little bit of a thrash element to it, but it's also very bluesy, based on a very bluesy kind of scale. And there's just so much feeling to it. I don't know how else to describe it, unless, I encourage you to listen to it. I would say, especially if you haven't listened to Metallica at all, definitely listen to this album and the first album. But when you listen to this album, Ride the Lightning, if you don't want to listen to any other track on Ride the Lightning, I encourage you to at least listen to Fade to Black. And I defy you to listen to it without feeling anything. It's just, I don't know. It might seem like a lot of expectation to put on one song, but I swear that's how I feel. And at the same time, again, that guitar solo is just, I never get tired of listening to it. I can listen to that guitar solo just over and over and over, and I don't get tired of it, really, honestly. But then also too, maybe, you know, I might be kind of biased because I'm a guitar player myself. But still, you know, it's that awesome of a solo. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. So yeah, those are my 5 favorites. Number 5, Call of Cthulhu. 4, Creeping Death. 3, Fight Fire with Fire. 2, Ride the Lightning. And 1, Fade to Black. Now, of course, some of the other songs, such as For Whom the Bell Tolls, I like all the songs on this album, just like I like all the songs on Kill 'Em All. But For Whom the Bell Tolls, for me, I like it, but I don't like the fact that so many bands, at least here where I live, so many local bands have covered that song to death. And I don't know, it's lost some of its luster, I guess, for me. But it's a good song nonetheless. And another song like Trapped Under Ice, that's also a good song. It's got some nice thrashy riffs, guitar riffs. I also like the solo is definitely good. But I don't know, it's just, for me, it's more like a filler type song, but still a pretty good song, pretty decent song. And same with the song titled Escape. It's a decent song, decent thrash metal song, but also pretty much like a filler kind of song. So yeah, overall, on a scale of 1 metal horn to 5 metal horns, I give Ride the Lightning by Metallica 5 metal horns all the way, definitely. Yeah, so I guess that'll do it for my review. I could go into much greater detail about the different technicalities of the guitar work, but I don't want to bore anybody with that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah, that pretty much does it, I guess. Again, listen to Fade to Black, definitely. In fact, I believe once I upload this, I'm gonna go listen to Fade to Black. I have to now. So, thanks for watching. As always, till next time, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.